Hi guys. Hopefully you are all staying safe and not texting while you're driving. I wanted to create this video to just review what you guys had coming up, because since we don't have class tomorrow, or probably today as you guys are watching this, we have one class left, so we have some assignments that we need to go over. So I'm going to try to do this pretty quietly because everybody's sleeping and I'm just hanging out here, but you may hear my cat, so here's my cat. Say hi, Tonks. So, yep, it's official. I live in a zoo. So let's go back to the announcements. Oh, I know. And look at the syllabus that I posted. Okay. So, for tomorrow or Tuesday, I did ask that you guys summarize the chapter that you were assigned to, so please do that and upload that, and also upload your classroom management survey, but all of that should be good. You should be good on that. On the 27th, you guys have a couple assignments due. The biggest thing that you have to do is your lesson plan, so let me show you what you have to do for your lesson plan. I'm going to go back to assignments, back to descriptions, and go to lesson plan, and lesson plan 3, description and grading. Tonks has a lot to say about this assignment. Okay. This is your final lesson plan. Because we were not able to go over this in class, we're going to basically take that out. So all you have to do is focus on autism and intellectual disability. So first things first is delete all your accommodations and your annotations from lesson plan 2. Go back to the original plan with no annotations. Autism, what you're going to do is you're going to do exactly what you've done in the past. So I'm just going back to our assignment folder and I'm pulling out the checklist. Here is your checklist for autism and intellectual disability. So transitions, warnings, timers, schedule, all of those should be familiar. Prepare your students for any change in the schedule routine. Use lots of visuals, provide written instructions, and then here's I'm pointing at the screen like you can see this, but these last couple are the ones that are really about students with intellectual disability that we went over last week. So go through some of these and see if you can make an adjustment. So for your lesson plan, hold on, go back here. What you want to do is, let's go back to this part. Autism, all accommodations from the checklist should be considered and implemented when appropriate. So that's pretty much what we've been doing in the past. For intellectual disability, I want you to choose one from the checklist. Just one. So easy peasy. And then just ignore the one about deaf, hard of hearing, all of that. We'll just skip that. And it's the same thing. So just make sure you have annotations and all of that jazz, and you should be good with that. All right, let's go back to, I know I hear you. I hear you. Let's go back to our syllabus. Okay, so that's lesson plan 3, quiz 3. I'll put out some guidance for that for studying like I've done. You have your reading guides too for chapter 14 and chapter 3. Okay, sorry, I had to stop that for a second and figure something out. So, chapter 3 and chapter 14 are up there. In class, we'll see the research-based presentations, and then the 220 students will do the in-class assignment around that. So again, remember, we don't have class on the 4th, so just ignore the activities, but the assignments are still due by the 4th. So your philosophy is due, which let me pull up the instructions for that, which I just had to tweak those if you looked at those. I just had to take out one sentence. So if you looked at that before, it is tweaked. It's all the way at the bottom. Basically what your philosophy is a personal statement on how you feel about educating diverse learners. So just read through some of this. This will help you, give you some questions you may want to consider. Now, I do want to encourage you to be creative when you create this. I especially like the ones that aren't just like a paragraph, but I've gotten poems, I've gotten s'mores, which is like that graphic representation. I've gotten statements that include pictures. Maybe if I had a girl who had a brother with a disability and she put in pictures of that. So anything to personalize it always is a good thing. But it's pretty much up to you. It's a personal statement, so there's not a whole lot of judgment that I can pass on it, if that makes sense. So you guys have that, but you don't have that due, sorry, let me pull up, until the 4th. So you're just going to upload that. There'll be a spot to upload that. And then your final fieldwork assignment, which I will create some guidance on what that will look like for most of you. And then finally, for the students who are taking it for grad credit, your actual paper is due. So your presentation will be the week before on the 27th, but I gave you an extra week for your paper just so you can have some more time. That should cover it. However, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm sure you know that canceling class was not an easy decision, but I really just want people to be safe. And if it wasn't Thanksgiving, I would just sort of let it play out and see what you and me did. But I know that some of you were able to leave today if I had canceled class. So hopefully that was helpful, and it doesn't create more work in the end for me or you. So I'm going to go ahead and keep grading. And hopefully you guys have a great holiday. You're able to relax, maybe take a nap, eat lots of pie, and let me know if you need anything, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.